Hey friends, welcome to Working on the Winter Camp Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, you need to stop this video now and go up and take a look at it. If you click on this link right here, it'll take you to the video and come back to this one because you need to see what I've been up to. Okay, today I've got a lot of stuff I need to get done. Alright, we got to get this cover on the teepee. I've decided to opt out on the hybrid Dakota fire pit because it's been raining. The ground is just soaked. It's going to be a mud pit and it's starting to freeze, so the only way to thaw that ground out is start a fire on it, heat it up, dig it, and it's just going to be a freaking mess. So I'm going to actually try to put one of my stoves in this teepee. Now let me give you a heads up, it is a pain in the butt to get out here, so dragging the stove out of here ought to be interesting. But today I drug out the stovepipe. I brought out 2 5-foot pieces and 1 2-foot piece, which should be able to clear the top of the teepee. Last night I got bored and made a stove jack on the fly. What I'm doing right now is I've got a piece of the stovepipe in the fire because it is galvanized. I need to burn all that galvanizing off the stovepipe. As you know, if you breathe it in, it's going to make you sick. If you breathe a lot of it in, there's a good possibility, well, you kind of know where that's going. So I'm burning it off now because the overnight's coming up a lot faster than you guys think. Okay, so this is the teepee cover I used for my other teepees. So now I'm probably going to end up sacrificing this one and making a pattern out of it because eventually I want to make one out of canvas. So everything we're going to do today will probably be transferred over to a canvas one. This is, okay. Just in case you were wondering how to make one, click on this link, it'll take you to the video. It shows you how I make the entire teepee, how I came up with the pole length and the size of the cover. So check that out. Let's get this thing spread out and get it up on the top. If you notice, I have a carabiner on there. That's going to help us a lot with this project. Okay, so I'm simply just going to clip this on the back where we tied the poles on, and this is going to line up with this back pole right here, hopefully, and it does. Now, we're just going to wrap it around. Okay, we got it up there. I didn't fall off the teepee. Now we're just going to wrap it around, and the fun begins. On this one, the silver goes on the inside to actually reflect the heat inside the teepee and hopefully make it more efficient. Of course, brown on the outside, hopefully to camouflage it. We now have that clipped in place, thank God, because the wind is coming up again. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take this line here, which I had the cover wrapped up with, and we're going to run it through all these little eyelets I put in the teepee. Now we're going to use these toggles, which I made, to hold everything together. If you check out the video on how I made the cover, it shows you how I made the toggles. Not a big deal. And then, the most important thing of all, we're going to remove the carabiners off this teepee because somebody will come out here, not going to mention anybody's names. Oh, Jeremy will steal my freaking carabiners from me. Okay, so let's get up there and get that project started. This ought to be fun in the wind. The trick is to line the center of this up, the opening with the door. From there out, everything should be pretty darn easy. So we're just feeding the rope through here. Strum it. Just grommet on top. So this toggle has a little groove in it. Put it in the groove. And if you notice how I got this overlapped, got it lapped going this way, this side under, this side of the top, because I'm getting a lot of wind out of the southwest. If I do this, the wind will blow over the top of it instead of catch this. Okay, next thing we do is got to take this bar off, and that should just take 1 second to do. Now that we got the bar off, we're going to go down, I think, one more, and then we're going to crawl inside and put all the poles in place and scoot them out and see how much room we have. And see if we have to make any modifications to the poles. Wow, you can tell a noticeable difference once you come in here. It's a lot freaking warmer. I might not need to put a stove in it. I don't know yet. Okay, what we need to do is see the green ropes cordage right here. This is where the poles go. And we need to line all the poles up with the green. That there is seriously stuck in the ground. Okay. And this little guy right here. There we go. Oh, that one's already lined up. That's good. And of course we got this door pole right here we need to line up. Huh. It's already lined up too. Well, that worked out really well. I did not see that coming. And the next phase of the project is we need to go outside and stake this down a little bit. And I need to tighten up that air gap a little bit. So I think I'm going to move some stuff around a little bit more. Alright, let's go out here and see how our stovepipe's doing. I've already got one done. I've burnt all the galvanizing off of it. And I got this at Menards, really cheap. Shane Coffee told me where to find it. I did notice when it heated up, this joint started expanding. So I'm going to get some baling wire, kind of twist that on there, make sure it doesn't happen. So that's one of the 5-foot suctions there. And we got one in the fire. And this is what it looks like with no galvanizing on it. And that's what it looks like when it's galvanized. And we're just going to burn that all off now, because I do not want to breathe that stuff in one bit. There we go. Okay, let's get back to the teepee. Now that we got all our primary stakes in, we're going to put our secondary stakes in and simply kind of stretch it out. Yeah, I'm munching on some beef jerky. So that's next. First, let's see if the door closes. Now we got the secondary stakes in. Let's go inside and take a look and see how it's doing. Already, I'm liking what I see. These are nice and taut. Except for this one. I think it's beef jerky. I think it's because the pole's got that curve in it. Very nice. I think the stovepipe will fit right out there. We'll have to move this down to here, send the stovepipe out, so the stove would come down right about here in the middle and go out to the side a bit. Ground's really level. We're going to have some airflow through there to there. Not a big deal. That should keep the condensation down. All right, let's go see how the stovepipe's doing. Whew. I think this piece is done. Probably should get it off the fire and let it cool down a bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is definitely done. There is no galvanizing left on this pipe. Set this one aside, and let's go ahead and take this one into Teepee, and this is our top piece, so I'm not really too worried about getting the galvanizing off this one. So let's go ahead and put these in the Teepee, and I'll come back out and grab this one. Hopefully it'll be cool by the time we get out. And let's go ahead and see where we're going to put the stovepipe in. You don't believe this. It's a lot warmer in here than it is out there for some reason. Okay. Oh, that feels nice. You know what? I might not need that other piece. Interesting. Alright, let's go grab the other one. You guys are not going to believe this, but it has freaking started snowing outside. So we got to speed this process up big time. All right. So I'm using the TMS stove here. I wanted to bring my propane stove out, but it's not ready yet. You can see I've done my modifications on here. I had to fix the door latch because it's pretty crappy. In here, got some baling wire. And be careful, get this little guy out. Carefully. I made a spur of the moment stove jack. Right here. So hopefully this will work. This is just an old vent pipe. I think it's 4 or 5 inch in diameter. I took some self-threading sheet metal screws and ran through there. So hopefully this will work for our needs. And more baling wire. Actually, let's go ahead and set the stove completely up. Get an idea where we want to put that stove pipe at. These just simply are full of dirt right there. You just put these in there and you tighten these little buggers up. Yeah, it's full of dirt too. It would appear my phone is ringing. I have a feeling I know who it is too. We will answer that in a minute. Alright, anyway. Out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. And the damn phone rings. Anyway. There we go. And there we go. Now these legs, they give you a couple of inches to readjust, so it's not that big of a deal. But, I'm seriously do not think we're going to need that other piece of stovepipe at all, to be honest with you. This looks like it's 2 foot up in the air. This one is. Yeah, we're only going to need one. These 2 sections right here. Okay, first thing I need to do. Oh, that's going to be freaking perfect, man. I'm pretty happy. As we are going to have to take the cover off again. Put our little step ladder up and assemble this stove jack. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out there and do that. I'm pretty happy with what I've got going on right here. I think what I'm going to do is I've got some baling wire here. I'm going to wire this in and make sure it doesn't move. The TMS stove is not known for having a very solid base on it. This is just go right here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm really happy with where it's at. It's not really touching the tarp, it's touching this plastic here, and I put a piece of wood on this other side. It's actually even, very sturdy, so I'm not worried about the wind blowing it over. Okay, let's put the toggles on wherever I put those, and then we'll go inside and take a closer look at it, see how it worked out. Oh, there's a lot of room in here too. Huh, okay, let's see what we got going on. Pipe is fitting quite nicely. The stove is actually level. Let's check our air gap. This is the important part. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we've got an equal air gap. We can straighten that up a little bit there. An equal air gap all the way around up there. None of the plastic is really touching the stove jack. That's secure in place. Okay, there's one thing left we got to do. I think we'll be set after we put some baling wire around here, just to make sure this little guy doesn't come open. Let's kind of give him a double wrap. That looks good. I think we're good. I might do, just for the heck of it. Whoops. Oh, my lantern. One right here, just to be safe. I think we're good. Now all we got to do is get some wood and fire this thing up and see what happens. And hopefully not burn the teepee down. Well, the only thing left to do is light this thing and hope for the best. I hope like hell it doesn't burn the teepee down. We're about to find out. Now we just sit back and hope for the best. Wow. Okay, it's freaking hot in here. Well, let's see how we're doing. Got a little touch and go for about a brief second. I used hedge for my first fire up, and I accidentally left this bottom piece open, and that thing went to town like you wouldn't believe. It started chugging. Let's see how it's going. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It must be 70 freaking degrees in here. That is cool to the touch. Tarp's not overheating. Stovepipes. Poles are cool. Okay, the stove jack seems to be working great. I'm impressed. It is very warm in here. So warm I might have to take my jacket off. Yep. Under the covering is hot. Equal spacing. Got good airflow. Let's see what we got up here. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I can honestly say I'm very happy with this project. The stove's going to work out better than I thought. I will have to do some modifications to it, like put a dampener in there, but other than that, I think it's going to be great. I think this is going to wrap the video series up. In part one, we got the teepee poles cut, processed, and put together. In this section, we got the cover on and stove put in. Now, all I got to do now is just the overnight. Of course, I'm going to need a lot of wood. You know what? I think I might go ahead and do that, but that's going to be another video, friends. Comments are always welcome. I hope you enjoyed my project. Like always, friends, thanks for watching.